Welcome to this first tutorial on how to get started with MicroStation. In this tutorial we are going to have a look at how to create a new drawing and also how to set up some different settings in order for us to get started with MicroStation. So to create the new drawing we want to click on the icon up here called New File, and we just want to give it a name. And also we want to select a sheet, so if you look at the last row and click on Browse. In this case we want to create a 2D drawing, so we want to make sure that we have selected the 2D sheet and just click on Open, and then we want to save the drawing. And now to open the drawing we'll just select the file and click on Open. Okay, before we get started with the design work we just want to have a look at some of the tools, and also in this case we can see that the drawing has been opened with grid lines, and if some of you prefer to draw without the grid lines then you can turn off the grids by going into Settings and select View Attributes, and then you can turn on and off the grid lines. Also, if you want to activate the snap functions that we have here, you need to go to Tools, and if you go all the way to the bottom we have toolboxes, and in this case you want to activate the snap mode. So if you scroll almost to the bottom and select the snap mode and click OK, then you will get the tools for the snap mode, and you can just select it and then place it along the other tools. Another thing, when we get started with the road project, then we want to make sure that we are actually drawing in meters, and to check that we are drawing in meters we need to go to the Settings and we need to go to Design File, and if you select Working Units then we need to make sure that the master unit has been set to meters, and we can see in this case that the accuracy is showing with 4 decimals, and this is quite sufficient, so we want to keep this and just click OK. And then to get started with the design work we have some different tools located below the drawing ribbon right here. And we can see that the drawing ribbon is part of the task that we have up here. So if you for some reason close the task window, then you can activate it again by going to Tools and just marking Task. And now we are ready to do the design work. So if we just select, in this case, the smartline, and if we click anywhere within the screen, then we can see from the bottom that we have a distance, and also we can type in an angle. So in this case, if I want to type in a distance, I will use the tab key just to activate the distance, and I can type in this case, let's say it's 1 meter, and use the tab key to jump to the angle. And let's say in this case I want to have an angle of 45 degrees. I'll just type in 45 and click on the screen, and then I can continue. If I want to have another line with 1 meter, I will just jump to the distance of 1 meter using the tab key, type in 1, use the tab key again, and then I can type in another angle, and in this case it will be minus 90 degrees, and click once again. Another thing is that I can snap to the end of this line, and then it will finish as a unit. If I select a single line, let's say in this case I'll just place it by left clicking, and then to finish the command I just need to right click once, and now I'm out of the command. And we can see the difference between a smart line, which we have here, this is 1 unit when I select it, whereas when I select the single line, which is located just next to the smart line, then whenever I select a line it's just a single line string, whereas a smart line is the same as a polyline for those of you who are familiar with AutoCAD.